Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. My name is Sarah. This is my business partner and fiance, Brandon Northwick, and together we are the Harmonious duo. We're so excited to be here in front of you for this, this little hangout, this workshop, whatever you want to call it, because we're going to be sharing some really, really powerful stuff, some just truly transformational transformational information, say that 5 times fast, that's going to help you redirect your business and get you to becoming a team building master that you need to be in order to really make your organization grow and expand and just completely just blow people's minds. I mean, if you want to look like a superhero, we're going to give you the information on how to do just that. And what we want to do is we want to make sure that you guys understand before we actually get into anything and before we start sharing with you all this information, because of the type of information that we're going to be talking about in today's hangout. We want to just make it very clear that this is only going to be for people who are drop dead serious about their business, for people who are drop dead serious and committed and dedicated to building their team, building their organization, and making an impact. Now, if that's not you, that's okay. Go ahead and, exit off of this hangout, because we only want people listening, tuning in, who are serious about their business and really changing lives.
Yeah, and so to prove to yourself and to everybody else around you, if you have multiple people that you're sharing this with or anything like that, we're gonna ask you to just really get rid of all the distractions.
Yep.
All the children, all the cell phones, all the Facebook, everything like that you have going on right now. We're gonna ask you to really focus on what we're gonna teach you and what we're gonna share with you, because the information that's gonna be delivered is gonna be able to do the same thing for you that we believe that it did for us in our life. And what it did for us is it got us to understand and shift our belief on how and what's required to build a team. To understand really the core strength of where your team really relies, and understand how to build the team without losing more time, which is really the reason why we got into business for ourselves, is to create more time, not to lose time. We don't want to become a slave. We want to lose that, And so with understanding the fundamentals behind the new age ways and techniques of being able to build a team, it's going to just make everything about your business come together a little bit easier.
Yeah, we are going to share with you guys exactly what you need to do in order to fundamentally shift your business, to fundamentally redirect how you're building your team, how you're growing your organization, how you're expanding your social sphere and building your authority. So if that sounds like a good deal for you, if that sounds like something you might be interested in, obviously you want to stay tuned, but just again, serious people only. Okay.
Yeah, and if you're like us right now, you're going to be able to start off in this business, and we start off with a bang. We start off with our feet really hitting the ground running. But the biggest problem that we were having were being able to get our team members to actually learn what we were learning and to do what we were teaching. We had so many times and instances where we were, wasting endless hours on the fact that, we're sitting down with these people trying to hold their hands for their business, when in fact, that's what we thought we were supposed to do. We thought we were going to have to, walk everybody through this. And in doing that, we saw that the people we were spending most of our time with, they were just kind of hoping and wishing that we would run their business for them.
Yeah, now they never actually, obviously they never said that that's what they want, but based on their actions, that's what they were in essence telling us. They were telling us, okay, cool, this sounds awesome. I get to have a business, it's online. Y'all are gonna do all the work for me. And no.
That's not how it works.
Not the way it works, guys. We had, what was it? Like a 75. I'm bad with numbers. That's his gig. But it was like a 75% dropout rate. And what that meant for us was that, we were really good at getting people to take a business seriously and take an opportunity to build something different for themselves. And that was kind of where it ended.
Yeah.
It's kind of backstory just a little bit. We came from very team-oriented settings, right? Brandon and I have always worked in jobs that were team-oriented, like restaurants, bars, things that relied on a team, on a functioning team. But we never really knew what it meant to build the team, right? Because we came in as a team player, which is how pretty much almost every business is really organized, it's really structured. So whether you're in a corporate office or you're working in a bar, you're in a team oriented environment. But because you are not the one building the team, you know, you don't really pay attention to what
and
goes
you need
in.
a paycheck.
Yeah, and you don't really pay attention to what goes into building the team, so you don't really know how it functions. And that was the problem that we realized that we were bringing into our business, was that we were taking the team, you know, structure, the, you know, all that orientation into our business, but because we didn't have the correct information at the time on what it took to really build a team, that's what resulted in our ridiculous numbers in the beginning, because we thought that we were doing it right. We thought that by, like Brandon said, you know, doing a lot, and I mean a lot, of the one-on-one personal coachings for our team members who are close enough to our house, we would actually have them come to our house. We'd spend like 1 to 2 hours every week with these guys going over so much information. I mean, like the technical, like nitty gritty stuff. And, you know, they'd leave, they'd be so pumped up. They're like, yeah, I'm going to rock this out. You wait till next week when you see me, I'm going to get some big results for you guys. You're going to be so proud of me. And then it's like the second they walked out the door, for the rest of the week, we would see nothing, no results, no action, not even, they weren't even trying. They weren't even putting in an effort. And then when they'd come back for our next coaching session, we'd literally have to spend all that time re-going over all of that information that we spent last week. So we were always stuck in a rut. Our team was stuck, and it was frustrating.
Yeah, and today really that's what we're here for, is to be able to share with you how to get out that.
Yep.
Is to be able to share with you not to go and do anything with that, because the fact that we learned that actually about in life, about 9 out of 10, 95% of people who start things, they don't even finish them.
Yep.
So the fact that we were only dealing with a 75% drop-off rate versus a 95% drop-off rate, like how a lot of businesses will run, because a lot of businesses, a majority of them, are going to fail in the first year, and we are in business for ourselves. So if our business fails, that means that we fail. So if we're looking at 95% drop-off rate in the world, and we're only handling a 75%, we're an average if you look at it like that, which is a plus for us.
Yeah.
And so it led us to really live in more encouraging times to be able to say, okay, look, well, how can we go ahead and strengthen ourselves and our leadership skills so that we can develop more leaders within our team? That's what this is all about. It's not about you building a gigantic team. It's not about the quantity of people that you have.
Yeah, it's about being able to build a quality team that just so happens to be big. You know, if you were to actually take the information that we're going to be sharing with you in just a few moments and actually run with it, like take it, grab it, run with it, apply it, and start implementing it into your business today, you will begin to see the results. You will begin to see those shifts happening in not just your business itself, but inside the people of your team. You'll get to see those personal, individual transformations. And for us, that's a big reason why we do what we do, is because we truly love being able to see those transformations in people. You know, for those of you who don't know, we're now both stay-at-home parents, which is really, really cool. Yep. And, you know, we get to spend every day with our daughter, which is just an absolute blessing. She's now almost 2.5, and we haven't missed any big milestones. And for those of you who are on here who are parents, you know what we're talking about. You know what feeling we mean when we talk about how we teach our daughter something, we share with her how to do something, and she applies it, and you see that personal transformation happen within your child. You see that, you know, that light go off, that aha moment, and you see on their face that they're proud, that they get it. And then they look at you and they're beaming with pride because they just accomplished something they previously didn't know that they could even do. And that's what this information does for you and for your business. It helps you not only transform yourself and the way that you view and take action towards building your team, but it also helps you with building more of those personal transformations within your team to get them to go out and personally transform more people from their team. It's just, it's absolutely amazing, guys.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so right when we get into really why we're here, there's a lot of folks out there who are experiencing a lot of problems within their business. These problems we're going to go over right now. We're going to ask you to pull out a pen, pull out a pencil, whatever it is, a sheet of paper, as well as the credit card. You're going to want to pull out your credit card, because that's going to prove to you, everybody right now that's in your position, in your spot in life, that you're looking for something better. There's a lot of folks out there who have a problem with buying things, but then they want to go around, they want to earn the same money that these other folks are, the top leaders and the best sellers are making. Well, you got to understand one fundamental principle, and this is a principle because it's universal. If you are not comfortable with buying things, you will definitely not be comfortable with selling things. And what we do is we are, as network marketers and internet marketers, is we sell things, we sell products. And that's why you're here today, is to get an access, really, to one of the products that we were able to get in your hands that shifted and shaped the way that we do business today. You know, and that's really the big reason why you're here. So the problems that you may be experiencing, you know, it could be the problems of not being able to build your team, could be the difficulty of developing team culture.
Yeah, that right there, that problem in itself is we discovered people having issues with getting team members, with retaining team members, which is equally important. You want to keep those, you want to keep them around, is because you haven't developed a team culture, not the culture of, say, your umbrella company, right? Because maybe you're here and you're in some sort of affiliate or various network marketing company. You know what we're talking about when we mean the umbrella company, the one that provides your product resell. It's not their team culture that you're worried about. When you start building your own personal team, your own personal organization, you've got to develop your own personal team culture. And that's what we see a lot of people struggling with, is the fact that they don't even realize that they're lacking a team culture, which is why people aren't sticking around, because there's no vision for them to follow. There's kind of nothing there for them except for, okay, well, I'm here.
I'm on, yeah, exactly.
Like, what do I do? You know, and so learning how to develop team culture is a problem that we are here to help you guys solve with the information that we're going to share. And, you know, another thing is, you know, whenever you go from traditional jobs to owning your own online business, it's so easy to slip into the belief that this is your business, so it's going to run exactly how you want. And what I mean by that is, you know, you dive into your business, you start building it, you start tinkering away, and you begin getting super, super nitpicky about everything. You realize shortly after that you become you become a micromanager. You want to have your hands in every bit of your business. Well, what happens at the end of the day? You have no time for yourself. You really didn't accomplish anything because you're so busy micromanaging the building of your company that you didn't really build your company. It's a nice little paradox, right? And so we're here to help solve that problem as well.
Yeah, and then another one that we were actually having, that we actually figured out the solution to, was being able to, like we had previously mentioned, getting our team members to do what we are asking them to do. Yep. Sharing with them the instruction that's going to be able to shape their business, to get them from the point of their starting point to their destination, being able to be that vehicle, the roadmap, whatever it is that you want to call it, being able to be that for them. And they didn't want to, or I shouldn't say, they didn't take advantage, whatever the reason may be, they didn't take advantage of our teachings, of our instructions. So we can actually help you with that as well if you're struggling with the same things that we were doing. I mean, we were gathering a nice team together, and it was like as soon as we would get one, another one would drop off, and then another one would give up, and then another one would come on and understand how hard it is to be successful, because everybody that we have on our team, we want to share with them really that it's not an overnight kind of thing. You're not going to see the money that you want to see overnight. You've got to be able to put in the work, build the loyalty, and understand that we're here as a team to build each other up. That's what it's for. It's for everybody to make a successful living from home, doing what they want when they want.
Yeah, and you know, one of the more effective strategies to building your team is understanding a thing called, you know, personal timelines. Everyone has their own personal timeline, and what we realized very quickly is that we were trying to apply the same type of timeline to every single team member, which just a second ago, he spoke about how, you know, when we get one team member, another one would drop off, we'd get another one, another would drop off. Well, the reason for that was because we were spending so much time on each person's personal timeline, meaning, you know, this is where you start, and this is where you see your success goals, right? And there's steps that you've got to take in between going from point A to point B. And for every person, it's different, because say, you know, Brandon has different skills than I do. So he'll be able to reach a success at a different rate than I will, just because our minds work differently. We process things at a different, in a different way, at a different pace. And I have skills that he doesn't. So it results in us reaching our same type of success, just in a different manner and in a different time. It may take him faster, it may take me a little bit longer, but ultimately we still reach the same goal. And the big struggle we see happening right now in this industry is the fact that you're not grasping the timeline factor and how to how to really personalize it without it taking up so much of your time like it did for us in the beginning.
Yeah, and so if you're any of these problems or experiencing any of these problems, Sarah right now is about to go into the major solution, the breakthrough, the thing that we were able to experience that changed and shifted the way that we do business now. And this is important enough to us to take time out of our day, because we just now recently in the past couple weeks or so started doing these hangouts for everybody, because we feel that compelled to share this information with anybody who is willing to take the time out of their day to learn something new. And that's why you're here today, is to learn something new, to learn a better way. You know, and so really the solution is
plugging into the correct information, right? It's plugging into new, updated, and proven information. You see, I don't know if you know this or not, but we're in 2014, guys. What worked in the older days for our type of industry, it just doesn't work anymore. And that's where a lot of people struggle, is they don't want to give up the old ways because the new methods seem too easy, right? It's like there's no way that could possibly work, but I'm here to tell you that they do. They absolutely do. And once you realize that you don't have to work, you don't have to pound the pavement, you don't have to work and grind to the bone. You can work smarter. What we're sharing with you, it's not going to make it easy, but it's going to make it simple, which in the long run is far better. And what you got to do to plug into that type of information is doing exactly what we did, which is connecting with the information and the team building formula product. Now, one of the really cool things that's about to happen for you guys is tomorrow, we're having a 6-hour live broadcast. Okay, now I realize that sounds like, oh my gosh, 6 hours, that's too long, but it's completely worth it. And I can say that from experience, because we had a previous, I think it was last month, we had a different 6-hour broadcast for a different type of product, which right now is, you know, we'll focus on this one, but it was the same style. It was 6 hours where we overviewed the team building formula product. And what we do is we go over an overview of all of the methods and the strategies and the tactics that you need, that are up to date, that have been proven to show massive results for people all over the world. It doesn't matter what type of business you're building. If you're selling, I don't know, like shampoo or vitamins or supplements, weight loss stuff, informational products, whatever you're selling, this is applied to you, because your business runs on building a team. You've got to have a team in order to make your business function. This live broadcast will give you an overview of how you can do that, how you can get that information that you need to put you in 2014 and can get you to building your business. And then if you enjoy the 6-hour overview of the product, which I can guarantee you will, it's absolutely mind-blowing, you can get the product, the team building formula product for yourself that you can dive into anytime you need to get more of like the in-depth, the super in-depth, powerful information for each strategy, for each formula, because there's a process. Everything in life has a process, guys. Everything runs on some sort of formula. And if you don't know the formula, if you don't know the process, you're guessing, you're hoping, you're shooting in the dark, and that doesn't work. It might work for a little bit, but it's not going to work for a long period of time. And if you're here to build a business that sustains longevity, that gets you to where you can have a business and still have a life, you need to know the formula, how to do that. And we're giving it to you right now for $7. Right now it's $7. Okay, so if you take action right now, over to the side of your screen, you should have access to this information right now. You can click that button that's calling your name. You can reserve your seat to this $7 broadcast. And then you can take the next step and get your hands on the team building formula product, because again, the broadcast is going to be an overview. The nitty gritty stuff that you're really going to want to get your hands on is the team building formula product itself. Once we plugged into that, guys, it's like
there's nothing else like it.
Completely mind blowing. It did such a transformation on us personally, as well as our business. And we just had to come and share it with you guys, because if it worked for us, we know it'll work for you, so long as you take it, apply it, and run with it.
But there's one stipulation. You have to be serious. You have to be serious. That's the only thing we ask of you folks. There's a lot of people that we talk to daily who are interested in when working on their business or building their business, but they're not dedicated to it. There's a difference in being interested and being dedicated. And when you really find out that big difference, your business really production is going to increase. The dedication behind it is what's going to be able to separate you from the crowd. everyone's going to be interested in what you do, but it's the people that are dedicated to what you do that are going to be able to help you build that brand that you're looking to build. And that's what's going to be able to help you get to that level, is when you go ahead and you purchase the team building formula.
Yep.
Because when you do that, it's going to give you insight to things from the big guys in the industry, how they've been able to build their teams of thousands, and how they're able to connect with these people and give them the encouragement and the training and everything that they need without even ever meeting them. There's people that we've talked with that have helped our business increase that are on another continent.
Yeah.
It's crazy how it works, and it's crazy what we could teach you, but you have to be serious about it. That's the one thing.
Yeah, this is for people who want to build empires. We're talking like Rome, Caesar status empires. That's what this is for. This isn't for people who are comfortable with being a team of one. Okay, if you're okay with micromanaging your business to where you are literally the only one in it, this information is not for you. You're not ready yet.
I've been in business for a long time by myself, and before I met her, and before I fell in love with this one. But I'll tell you right now that the one thing that I always tried to do, the generation that or the way that I was brought up was to really do everything on your own. You can't count on anybody, because if you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. Well, that only gets you so far in life. I noticed that when I plateaued, it was when I got to a certain point in life that I was unable to really grow. I didn't know how to grow myself personally. I didn't know how to grow my team. Well, I didn't know how to grow my team because I didn't have a team. I wasn't told that a team was necessary to build the empires that you want. I was always taught, by force, or tell people what to do. You're in a place of authority, tell them what to do. You don't have to show them, you don't have to do anything like that. With these kind of formulas that you get your hands on, it's going to show you the exact reason why it's important to implement these strategies into your business, and how by doing that, it's going to increase the money that you make. It's going to increase your relationships with your team, and it's going to increase the way that you approach prospects. Everything about your life, about your business is going to just change
and take off for the better. And we say that from personal experience, guys. It really is going to blow your mind when you plug into this information.
And as long as you don't do what Chad did, our buddy Chad, who took advantage of this system, and he found out in the long run exactly what the system was for, what the formula was for. It's to free up your time. Yeah. It's to help get you around the people that you want to spend your days with.
Yeah, see, Chad was, don't get me wrong, he was a great producer. He was really good and still is at, connecting with people and bringing people onto his team. But what he realized prior to plugging into, well, actually, when he plugged into this information, it was at that moment he had his, his breakthrough, his light bulb go off, because he realized once he accessed the proper information that what he was doing this whole time was inadvertently creating more work for himself. The whole purpose of, diving into an online business and achieving that freedom lifestyle that you're searching for is the fact that you have the freedom to do it. You have the freedom to actually live that lifestyle that you want. It kind of goes against your purpose of doing it if you end up creating more work for yourself and less time. Because when you take actions that inadvertently increase your workload, you're giving away more time to develop and take care of that workload. So what Chad realized when he plugged into this information was that was what he was doing. And because he realized that and was willing to learn and was willing to redirect, he's now been able to increase his growth without it increasing his workload. He's been able to create actions that free up his time without sacrificing his income in the process. And that's exactly what you have the same opportunity to have. You can have that same experience, that same breakthrough, if that's the one that you need.
And so you might be asking yourself, okay, well, guys, okay, Brandon and Sarah, what is really going on here? Does it really cost $7 or $17, whatever it is? And you will believe it if we say yes, because it's the truth.
Yeah, you can see it right now.
Okay. And the benefits behind this are enormous as well. I mean, just for the live broadcast to be let go at that price is ridiculous, the kind of stuff that's going to be taught inside there.
I can tell you from, again, just from, if it's going to be anything like the previous broadcast we had, that information alone can easily sell for $1,000, hands down, easy.
And you figure the information that you're going to is going to get you to understand how to build a loyal team that is going to be loyal to you whether or not you're even in the business.
Yeah, you can, how cool would that be to say, yeah, I've got my own personal army of loyal followers, of loyal team members, so that it doesn't matter what mistakes you make. It doesn't matter where you trip up in your business, because you've built such a strong team culture, because now you know how to where your personal team has become like your own personal brotherhood, your own personal army, and they're going to stick with you. They're not going to leave you hanging. They'll stay dedicated to you. And that is what you need in order to expand your organization in a way that's going to get you that longevity that you would most likely like, I'd assume, in your business. And, you know, it also teaches you
really how to, it teaches how to duplicate.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, it's going to get us to be able to have affiliates, refer affiliates. It's going to be able to have us
customers refer customers. They do all that for you because they're loyal to you. They know that you produce results. And the best part is, because we mentioned this earlier, I'm not sure if you remember, but one of the problems that people have is the fact that they can't seem to get their team members to not only produce their own results, but duplicate the leader's success. Now, with this correct formula, you can not only teach your team members how to produce their own results, but now they can duplicate, if not exceed, your success, which is what you want for your team, because when they succeed, you succeed. But you got to know how to do it first.
Yeah, you know, and it builds in helps. And I mean, the other thing is that it gets you to build an authority, and it gets you to empower people.
Yeah, you've got to have that. You've got to have that social sphere. You've got to be able to, you know, really connect with people who obviously are close to you. That's how you start. That's how you build. But instead of staying stuck in, say, like a local social sphere, what if you could expand that social sphere and expand that authority to where it doesn't matter if your customers are in, I don't know, like Alaska, Russia, Thailand, a tiny village in China. It doesn't matter where they are, because you've been able to grow your social sphere in a way that you can reach everybody in your market, no matter where they are. It just got really dark in here. Yeah. That kind of threw me off. But that's what you'll learn here. That's what you'll have access to, is to build your social, grow your authority, and really touch people that were previously untouchable to you before getting access to this information.
And there's so many folks out there who are they don't know us from Adam. You know, they don't know me and Sarah from anyone, you know what I mean? And we understand that there's going to be reservations that take place, because you want to kind of figure out what we know and what we don't know. And are we qualified to be able to teach you really anything about how to build a team? And that's why we want to be able to give you the risk-free. Yeah. Okay. We want to be able to take away everything, any kind of risk or anything that you have from that, and be able to give you that money back guarantee, even for your $17 investment for a 6-hour workshop that's going to be able to, you know, give you all kinds of great information.
It's natural for you to be skeptical, right? Even if you've bought products and they work, it's still human nature for you to carry some level of skepticism when you are approached for a new product or you're approached for new opportunity. It's just human nature, guys. We understand that. But what we're here, like he said, is to provide you with a risk-free environment. Because when you take action, when you make that decision and you access the live broadcast that's happening tomorrow, and you get your hands on your own copy of the Team Building Formula product, you know, we've taken the risk away, because we're seeing that it works to such a degree that even if you were to call us 14 days after you purchase your product and you say, well, you know what, I had a bad day today, so I want my money back, right? Even if it has nothing to do with the value of the product, but you want your money, questions asked, we'll send it back. But we are so confident in this product that there's no way you're gonna ask for it. In fact, I'd actually bank on you contacting us and practically groveling, saying, thank you so much, solved so many problems for me. I wish I had access to this information sooner. It would have saved me years of grief. That's what I'm banking is going to happen.
Well, that's what we said to each other. That's basically what it got into our hands. That's exactly what we said. So there's no disrespect.
Exactly. And you know, one thing that I will say is that the only risk that's happening right now is in you playing it safe. That's the risk. Because what happens when you play it safe? Well, you remove yourself from situations that allow you to expand and allow you to grow personally and professionally. Because you've shut down your mind. You've built up a wall. And in doing so, you're saying that you don't ever need help, that you're not willing to invest in your business, to invest in your education, to invest in you and your team. That's what you're saying when you say you want to play it safe. When you want to play it safe, you're saying that you're okay with outside circumstances controlling you, with your income, with your time. That's the real risk here. It's not in buying our products. It's not in accessing the information you need to change and fundamentally redirect your business. It's in deciding to not use that credit card that's calling your name right now. And it's in not accessing this information. But because you've stuck it out with us so far, and because you even showed up, we know that you're ready to take that risk. We know.
Click the button.
Information and start building a massive organization that's going to blow people's minds. And all you got to do, wherever it is, somewhere over here on the side, is just click that access button and join us. That's the only thing you got to do, guys.
So take action, and we hope that you we hope that you, if there's anything else that you would like to ask us about any
harmoniousduo.com. You can email us anytime, day or night, if you've got any questions. And you know, we're here for you guys. Whether you're on our team or you're just considering this product as just say like a customer basis, that's perfectly fine. You can still email us. We'll still be here for you. We're willing to put in the time and commitment to our team, to those who ask us for help. If you're serious about hearing what we have to say and you're serious about taking what we tell you and running with it in your business.
Exactly.
If that's not you, then you know, you might not want to email us because you probably won't like what you hear. But for those who've got the open mind, who are willing to drop their ego
and who are looking for something better. I mean, look at us. You see our daughter back there. She's crawling around back there.
Doing something probably she's
We're
not
holding
supposed
hangouts with our daughter right next door. So we want to really to encourage everybody with children, with families, to give a shout out to us, or give an email to us and let us know exactly how we were able to overcome all these things.
Yep.
A lot of this has to do with the systems that are in place, the formulas that we've been given. And you know what? When you show up on Saturday and you take advantage of the button on the right or below us or above us or wherever it is, and you show up on Saturday, you're gonna be able to get back to us and we can start a connection. We can start really helping each other develop each other's skills to get us to where we each other want to go. We're happy to help anybody who's willing to help themselves. We look forward to seeing you there on Saturday.